I am Vetri Selvi, Assistant Professor from Department of Commerce. Today I am going to discuss about hire purchase system. In this class we have to discuss about meaning, terms used in hire purchase system, features of hire purchase system, a difference between hire purchase and installment system, pro forma journal entries in the books of hire purchaser and hire vendor. Next one is meaning. It is a system of retail business under which the seller agrees to sell the article on the condition that the buyer shall pay the purchase price by a fixed number of installments. Here, articles is not legally sold out to the buyer, hence the ownership in the goods does not pass on to the buyer. Next one is terms used in hire purchase system. First one is hire purchaser, hire vendor, down payment, cash price, installment and hire purchase price. First term is hire purchaser. Who is hire purchaser? The person on who buys the goods under hire purchase system is known as hire purchaser. Second one is hire vendor. Who is known as hire vendor? The person on who sells the goods under hire purchase system is known as hire vendor. Next, third one is down payment. Down payment is the initial amount payable by the hire purchaser to hire vendor is known as down payment at the time of making agreement. Next one is cash price. It is the price in which if the asset is sold on cash system, it is known as cash price. Next one is installment. It is the partial amount of cash price plus interest. Next one is installment. Installment means, sir, konjam mistake பண்ணிட்டேன். கேஷ் ப்ரைஸ்லேருந்து அதாவது டவுன் பேமெண்ட்டுக்கு அப்புறம் ஒரு இதை விட்டுட்டு சொல்லிட்டேன் சார். கட் பண்ணிக்கலாமா சார்? Okay, sir. Next one is cash price. It is the amount payable by the hire purchaser and if the asset is purchased on cash system. Next one is installment. Installment is the partial amount of cash price plus interest. Next one is hire purchase price. What is hire purchase price? It is the total amount payable by the hire purchaser to the hire vendor. That is, hire purchase price is equal to cash price plus interest. Next topic is features of hire purchase system. What are all the features of hire purchase system? Characteristics of hire purchase system. First one is two parties. Two parties are involved in the hire purchase system. First one is hire purchaser, second person is hire vendor. Because hire purchase system is an agreement between the two parties, that is hire purchaser and hire vendor. Next one is transfers only possession, not the ownership. At the time of making the hire purchase agreement, the hire vendor only transfer the possession of the asset to the hire purchaser, not the ownership to the hire purchaser. Third point is periodical installment. Third feature of hire purchase system is periodical installment. In order to buy the asset under hire purchase system, the hire purchaser has to make the installment amount, periodical installment. That periodical installment may be paid by the hire purchaser by annually, half yearly, quarterly, monthly or fortnightly. Next feature of hire purchase system is ownership only transfers when the last installment paid. Under hire purchase system, the ownership only transfers at the time of last installment paid. Before that, the ownership is in the hands of the hire vendor only. Next one is purchaser keep the goods in good condition. It is the duty of the hire purchaser should keep the goods in good condition. Next one is right of repossession. Next feature of hire purchase system is right of repossession. In case the hire purchaser make default in the payment of installment means the hire vendor has the right to repossess the goods from the hire purchaser. The next feature of hire purchase system is hire purchaser has the right to return the goods before last installment. The hire purchaser has the right to return the goods before making the last installment. These are all the features of hire purchase system. Next topic is differences between hire purchase system and installment system. First difference is act. Under hire purchase system, it is enacted by the Hire Purchase Act 1972, but in the installment system it is coming under the Act Sale of Goods Act 1930. Next difference is agreement. Hire purchase system is agreement of hiring the goods, but the installment is agreement of selling the goods. Next difference between hire purchase and installment system is transfer of ownership. In case of a hire purchase system, the ownership only transferred to the hire purchaser at the time of making the last installment, but in the installment system, the buyer has the ownership at the time of buying the asset itself. Next difference between hire purchase system and installment system is return. Under hire purchase system, the hire purchaser has the right to return the goods to the hire vendor before the last installment paid. But in case of installment system, the buyer does not have the right to return the goods to the seller. Next difference between hire purchase system and installment system is transfer. Under hire purchase system, the hire purchaser does not has the right to transfer the goods to the other parties, that is other persons. But in case of installment system, the buyer has the right to transfer the goods to the other parties. He can resell the goods to the other persons. Next one is parties involved. Next difference between hire purchase system and installment system is parties involved. Under hire purchase system, the parties involved are known as hire purchaser and hire vendor. In case of installment system, the parties involved in the agreement is known as buyer and seller. Next difference is right of repossession. In case of hire purchase system, the hire vendor has the right to repossess the goods in case any default in the payment made by the hire purchaser. But in case of installment system, the seller doesn't have the right to repossess the goods from the buyer. If in case he need any claim, he has to go to the court and claim the amount only from the court. Next, we have to see about the journal entries in case of hire purchase system. We have to make journal entries in the books of hire purchaser as well as hire vendor. In the books of hire purchaser, he has, before making the journal entries, he has to note the important date and points. What are all the important points to be noted by the hire purchaser and hire vendor before making the journal entries? First one is date of hire purchase. Second one is down payment amount. Third one is cash price. Fourth one is in rate of interest. Next one is hire purchase price. Next, hire purchaser has to note the rate of depreciation. And the last important point to be noted at the time of making journal entry is accounting closing date. These are all the points must be noted by the hire purchaser and hire vendor before making the journal entries. Next, we have to move on to the journal entries in the books of hire purchaser. Hire purchaser means the person one who buys the goods under hire purchase system. What are all the journal entries? Journal entries in the books of hire purchaser. First journal entry is for purchasing the asset from the hire vendor. For purchasing the asset, the journal entry is asset account debtor to hire vendor account. Why we debit the asset account? Because we have to debit what comes into the business. So we have to debit the asset account. Why we credit the hire vendor account? Hire vendor becomes the liability to the hire purchaser. So for liability we have to credit the liability. Here hire vendor is liability. So we have to give the credit to the hire vendor. So for the purchase of asset from the hire vendor, first journal entry is asset account debtor to hire vendor account. Narration is being asset purchased on hire purchase system. Second entry for making down payment. To make the down payment to the hire vendor, what is the journal entry? Journal entry is hire vendor account debtor to bank account. Why we debit the hire vendor account? Because hire vendor is receiving the amount from the hire purchaser. So we have to debit the hire vendor account. Why we credit the bank account? Credit what goes out. This is the accounting rule. So we have to credit the bank account. Finally, for making down payment, what is the journal entry? Hire vendor account debtor to bank account. Narration is being down payment paid. Next entry for interest due. Third entry for interest due. Interest account debtor to hire vendor account. Why we debit the interest account? Interest is an expense to the hire purchaser. For expenses, we have to debit the expenses. Here the expenses is interest. So we have to give debit to the interest account. Why we give credit to the hire vendor? Hire vendor, this interest amount is due to hire vendor. So we have to give the credit to hire vendor account. For interest due, the journal entry is interest account debtor to hire vendor account. Next one is next entry for payment of installment. What is the journal entry for payment of installment? Hire vendor account debtor to bank account. Hire vendor is receiving the amount from hire purchaser. We have to give debit to the receiver. Here hire vendor is the receiver. So we have to give debit to the hire vendor. Next, to bank account. At the time of making installment, we have to give the amount. So hire vendor account debtor to bank account. Next entry for providing depreciation. At the end of the accounting year, hire purchaser should provide depreciation for the asset. For providing depreciation, what is the journal entry? Depreciation account debtor to asset account. Depreciation is an operating expenses. For expenses, we have to give debit. So we gave debit to the depreciation account. This depreciation will reduce the value of asset. So we have to give credit to the asset account. For making depreciation, what is the journal entry? Depreciation account debtor to asset account. Next, last entry for transfer of interest and depreciation to the profit and loss account. What is the journal entry for transfer of interest and depreciation to the profit and loss account? The journal entry is profit and loss account debtor to interest account and to depreciation account. We have to give debit profit and loss account because interest and depreciation shows the debit balance. For transfer, we have to give credit. Finally, the journal entry is profit and loss account debtor to interest account to depreciation account. These are all the journal entries to be passed in the books of hire purchaser. Next, we move on to the journal entries in the books of hire vendor. What are all the journal entries to be made by the hire vendor at the time of selling the article to the hire purchaser? First journal entry for the sales. Journal entry is hire purchaser account debtor to hire sales account. Hire purchase, why we give debit to the hire purchaser? The article is received by the hire purchaser. So we have to give debit to the hire purchaser. Here the hire vendor making the sales, that is hire sales. So we have to give credit to the hire sales. hire purchaser account debtor to hire sales account for being higher sales made by the hire vendor to the hire purchaser. Second entry for receiving the down payment. Second transaction is down payment to be received by the hire vendor from the hire purchaser at the time of making agreement. What is the journal entry for making for receiving the amount from the hire purchaser? Journal entry is bank account debtor to hire purchaser account. Why we give debit to the bank account? Here hire vendor receives the amount from the hire purchaser. So we have to give the debit to the bank account. From hire purchaser only we receives the amount. So we have to give the credit to the hire purchaser account. Next journal entry, next for interest due from the hire purchaser. Hire purchaser account debtor to interest account. The interest amount is due from hire purchaser. So we have to give debit to the hire purchaser to interest account. Interest is an income to the hire vendor. So we have to give credit to the interest account. Next journal entry for receipt of installment. For receiving the amount from the hire purchaser, hire vendor gave debit to the bank account. This amount is given by the hire purchaser. So we have to give credit to the hire purchaser account. For receiving the installment amount, bank account debtor to hire purchaser account. Next journal entry, for making depreciation we have to only provide depreciation in the books of hire purchaser only, because hire purchaser only used the asset. So depreciation is recorded only in the books of hire purchaser, not in the books of hire vendor. Next one is, and the last entry is transfer to the profit and loss account. Here interest is an income. Every year the income should be transferred to the profit and loss account. So we have to transfer the interest to the profit and loss account. Interest account debtor to profit and loss account. Narration is being transfer of interest to profit and loss account. Thank you.